Afternoon, chaps. I'm Viscount Raymond Evans Tripp. I have a bottle of Stoli Nachinga. Something brewed in Eastern Europe. Fucked if I know. And this here is my friend and corner store guy who takes my money.
Yeah, that's great. Corner store guy.
Give me your name, you fucker.
Yeah, Jeff. I'm Jeff. I'm an
Jeff?
object. I'm a victim in this.
So today here you were reading a National Geographic.
I am actually. Pretty recent, February of '91. So you know.
Oh yeah, a year before my birth.
Kind of keep up to date. So it's, you know.
It's good to hear. Articles in it.
Well, I only took a slight glance, but I mean it's economic development in Hong Kong. A really nice a time tapestry of Russia. That's actually pretty entertaining.
Now, question for you. Out of Russia's history, which period do you think was the most progressive and outflowing for the Russian people?
See, I feel like you use the word progressive, and
progression.
Up until the Bolshevik Revolution, Russia was exactly everything but progression. They were just a stagnant.
Well, now I'm saying industry-wise, not political-wise, but in terms of building up a society. Because I've seen pictures of Moscow, 1912, and it looks like fucking London.
Yeah, but that was after the Bolshevik Revolution.
1912 was not Bolshevik revolution.
I thought the Bolshevik Revolution happened in
1917.
Was it 1917? Okay.
Yeah, because they made peace with the Germans, and then they overran the Western Front for a bit.
Okay. So, but I mean, they're really, when you talk about Russia, it's just okay, so everything after when they developed communism was good. Everything else was just Ivan the Terrible being terror bad on a bunch of unbeknownst peoples in the Caucasus. So, it's...
Even then, they're all of Russia's rulers previous to the Russian Revolution and whatnot, were they capable of quite literally running a country, is my question.
No!
To me, they kept it together somehow. And quite frankly, that saved them from
they kept it together in the sense that Asia didn't just, disperse or something, geographically. But politically, it was just a shitstorm until literally the Bolshevik Revolution.
And even after that, the fucking purging just kept continuing.
What, after the Bolshevik Revolution?
Yeah.
Yes, actually. There was a very
the gulags and all that.
Yeah, no, that was a party for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
No one got hurt in that at all. That was...
Oh, yeah, it was
historically a write-off, really.
As Mao said, the great leap forward. Let's just kill a bunch of people and modernizing and like that.
Yeah. I don't know how that
even worked.
Yeah, no, I don't... That's one way to word it.
Well, brief paragraph I read there, and I'm just gonna skim off the top of what I had read at one point. Everyone at one point had just this iron foundry in their backyard, and they're just we don't know how to run this, we're peasants.
Yeah, but the cottage industry was a thing everywhere up until the 1750s in Britain, when they actually stopped doing that because they realized that they could be devoting their times for other pursuits like the Enlightenment or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Oh yeah, it's
but basically,
this big change just fucking smacked everyone in the face. Get the fuck off of the fucking land. We needed a farm. Go live in a city.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Okay, so there was a time when enclosures happened and no one was smiling during that period of time.
Well, aside from the guys who were building the shit.
It was just
they were making fucking big bucks in those days.
A bunch of landless peasants getting their non-land taken away from them, and no one was happy about it. So, it was good. I mean...
Well, think about it as a farmer up in fucking the lowlands of Scotland. You have a machinery that a piece of machine and a horse that does more work in a day than fucking 30 peasants do in a month. Think about it! That would be fucking happy beyond all belief.
I'm thinking specifically why we're not gauging our technology on peasant power. Why
Well, point being, there one summer I picked corn, and we picked an entire field of corn before the guys on the other side who had the machine. We picked an entire field before that thing finished the field.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. How human power can fucking do more shit than the machinery build to just make our lives convenient in terms.
Human power. I mean,
mad power, me going on fucking.
But it's not even mad. It's just the extension of man's brain power in the form of tools. That's really all it is.
Well, that's what
you're talking. Assuming you were talking about the plow and a horse or something.
Yeah.
Because Yeah, that's a tool. So I mean, like, so like tools, are great. No one hates tools.
No one hates tools, but the problem is when the tool goes off and takes over fucking work, like let's say the automotive industry, where you laid off fucking 50 people because you can just buy a piece of machinery that can fucking do the work of them all, not complaining and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean it was. I mean, specifically in Britain, it was good. It was like
it progressed the nation fucking up to this military complex there, where it's like. Woo! We have a bunch of fucking guns.
Yeah.
And then the American Revolution happened. And that was kind of just like.
I mean, it progressed the nation or the civilization in the sense that it is like the definition of progress, basically.
Oh yeah, it fucking
you're
sprung
not
forward.
you're not gonna have a renaissance if people can barely move
Breathe.
a fucking load of wood from one city to another. So I mean, like the advent of tools was pretty.
Well, we as humans have always used tools. We found out that a rock kills shit better than a blunt stick.
I feel like we should be giving gravity credit for that, but yes. Although to be honest, like a blunt stick, what are you talking about, dude? Are you kidding me? You got range there. I mean, there's a whole factor of combat you could be taking part in.
Well, no, I'm saying your average fucking maybe half an inch fucking stick that comes off a tree compared to that big fucking rock I can throw with one hand. In terms of fucking how much you can fucking damage wise.
Any rock that you're gonna throw with one hand is probably gonna be like in order to like meet that threshold of being like heavy enough to actually cause damage, but not too heavy enough to actually not be able to throw it. It's probably not gonna be as it's not gonna have the utility as a fucking manned stick essentially. All I'm gonna say is if I was a Neanderthal roaming around Europe 100,000 years ago, which I'd like to think I am to some degree. I've got goals in life. Fuck you.
Yeah,
but
so do I.
I'd feel very.
I have the goal of fucking just bayoneting someone one day, just be like, yeah, fucking did it, woo, and go drink afterwards.
I will say, like, I would feel very comfortable holding a stick with some like brambles wrapped around it or something. I feel good with that.
You feel good with like in terms of fucking the stick here. It being almost like a quarter staff, which is milled out and carved out and whatnot, with things on the end. Or are you talking about like the fucking tree in the back with its fucking big, long, skinny branch in terms of...
Well, I don't know about a long, skinny branch. When I mean a stick, I mean like, it's got some, decent circumference there. Like I'm not actually just wielding a
stick with brambles.
But I'm also not wielding a literal like twig either. I mean, a nice, a nice actual like stick.
Like a staff.
Yeah, basically.
Like something under like the staff, like the stereotypical staff thickness.
I mean, yeah. If I want to be, if I want to be cosmopolitan or something. I mean, if I want to actually go, multi-terrain, and I want to maybe attack something that's a little more agile, and I want to lower it down to like maybe a stick. In that threshold, but
point being though, the stone,
a staff is what you want.
But many stones the Neanderthals played with were flint, and flint makes a very nice sharp edge, or as the West Coast natives did, they traded obsidian, just as sharp. Actually, no, probably more sharp than the flint they ticked out.
I hope you're enjoying the imagery, by the way, of just like.
Seeing you run around with this twig with the fucking brambles all over going, bleed to death from my little wounds. Your medicine is not good enough for me.
That's a universal joy, Ray. No one can contest that. But I mean, I'm talking about like.
Well, aside from the guy who's getting hit with a stick, fuck.
Honestly,
if I took a fucking little whippy stick with brambles and hit you in the face with it, would you be fucking in a universal joy like me and everyone behind me would? Think about it.
I think if I went into like Jeff offense mode, I think it would cause some lulls on both sides of the combating party.
It's like, oh my god, this introverted person's actually doing something outwards. Woo! Plus one to fucking jump.
Well, I mean, I would do my best. I mean, it is combat, but.
Well, knowing you'd be probably wailing and going, ah!
You should give me a swig of this vodka. I don't know if this is.
Story.
I don't know if this is good to film this, actually. I mean...
Yeah, it's good.
It's like
because I've been drinking this whole
drunk.
time while you talked. I poured it into a cup, so no complaints.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it becomes water once it hits the bottom of this.
Oh, you wish it did.
Well, not really. I mean, inebriation's the goal here.
Well, you are diabetic and you just go into a coma again.
Well, okay, thank you. God damn it. Like
diabetes through the history.
I just want one conversation where, like, this fucking metabolic handicap of mine isn't brought up. Jesus Christ.
diabetes. Medieval times.
Yeah, you were fucked.
You.
No one had diabetes in medieval times. They were dead already. They
Well,
didn't-
no, they'd get it and be their normal way, and
Actually, what am I
they'd be
talking
like
about?
dead.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna redact that and say there was there probably wasn't a lot of diabetes going around in the medieval era. I mean, sugar wasn't a predominant. I mean, like
Fruit,
sugar
man,
cane, well,
fruit.
No, yeah, but sugar cane essentially,
Fruit liquor.
which is a lot more rich than just like natural sugars. The body can handle natural sugars, but like
Sugar cane is a natural sugar. It's a big tall steak which you crush to death.
yeah,
And you get this really sugary milk, and you have the cane which you turn into sugar. It's all fucking the same thing.
Most instances of diabetes, though, I mean, that occur after birth, are caused by a large intake of like high fructose corn syrup, which is a modern thing.
Well, yeah, that there.
I mean, like that's
Like the whole fucking high fructose corn syrup there fucking came from all these farmers bitching about fucking imported sugar. Like, we're not making enough money from this shit. Of course you're not, because it's so fucking unhealthy for everyone.
I won't argue about that, but
Fuck.
I mean, I don't know enough about that. But I mean, I do know that
Real sugar is better for you than fucking shit that comes from corn. And I'll tell you
yeah,
why.
But
because we can't digest corn. You eat... I can tell you right now, if you ate just a can of corn right now and took a shit, that corn would be still whole in your shit because we don't know how they digest it.
But I thought that was more to do with starch, though.
No, we turn starch into energy. Corn, we just fucking shit right out.
Yeah, but what is corn made out of? Like, what's the
Corn is like a seed. We eat seeds, we shit seeds. It's like birds. That's how fucking plants spread sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they've adapted to the fact that birds are going to eat their seeds. So guess what? When a bird shits it out, guess what? Fertilizer, seed, new plant. Like, think about that there in terms of fucking plants spreading everywhere.
Oh yeah, no, science, bro. It's a real thing.
Good on you.
Thank you. I put a lot into that.
Well, yeah.
So I feel like I should ask you, if just what's going on with this hat here? I mean, being one that's wearing a toque, I feel like I can relate to the reason of having something on your head. But I mean,
point being, they're
what kind of
down.
hat is it?
Well, point being, this thing here comes with many benefits. In the hot sun, what you do is you soak your hat, put it on, because it's vented through both the top and ports here. It's like a fucking air conditioner. Now when it's raining out and this thing's dry, it blocks all rain off your head.
What kind of hat is it?
It is a pith helmet.
A pith helmet. And that was predominant in, I guess,
colonial times.
Colonial British Empire kind of thing.
Well, yeah, the French also made them.
Yeah.
The French made them out of Indochina, and the British made them out of India.
I guess it's just like the aesthetic that I hold, because like I have this very real aesthetic of just like
guys walking around with this fucking
yeah, basically.
This headgear that doesn't protect them. It's like the French cuirassiers during the First World War were wearing bright blue, a polished breastplate of steel, and fucking red pants going into German lines where they were all wearing gray, and it's like, there they all are!
That's kind of interesting. I don't know, I've been thinking of buying a tricorn recently. I don't know. I think I could rock a tricorn.
You know something? You would probably do good with one of those, I'll call it an admiral's hat, but I don't know its proper name, but it's the two corn. Like, there's the one bit there, and it comes up, and it comes back down, like the same way, you know, like stereotypical captains wear with the feathers hanging out.
Kind of like the...
You could rock one of those because
I'd like to
you're higher up than your average musketeers wearing the tricorn going, I'm walking into fucking lead coming at me.
I feel like that's conducive to my ego, so I'm going to say yes to this. I might actually look into this. I don't know how much they're going to cost.
Oh, fuck if I know.
It's going to be like, I wouldn't actually bother unless it was like some decent replica. And not just like some stage.
No, this thing's a decent replica, and I picked up for $30. Well, point being, these helmets here, actually, because they don't sit head to fucking helmet there, I could be walking through the Caribbean there, underneath coconut trees where they tell you don't walk, because if a coconut falls off a tree 30, 40 feet high, it hits you in the head, you fucking drop dead because your spinal cord just goes into your brain, just like...
Okay, I didn't actually... Okay,
that is a very scary thing.
Yeah, well...
That's why I will not travel in the Caribbean.
But I mean, like, I'm really glad that you sussed out that image. I mean, the idea of like this, your spinal cord kind of jutting out into your... Well,
that's what originally the pommels of a sword were A, for balance, and the fucking big heavy blade, too. A guy in a fucking big full helmet, point being, that blade's not going to do anything to the same steel. What you do is you take the fucking big heavy pommel and go and pop him in the head, and he just dies.
Yeah.
If he's wearing it the wrong way, oh yeah, he's a fucking dead man on the ground now.
Yeah.
Now this thing here, it just sits on it has strapping inside, so if a coconut decides to hit me,
then you're laughing.
I'm fucking going, you fucking tree, and then another one hits me right in the face. And then you come around, laugh at me, and one hits you in the head, and it's like 2 dead people, and there's coconuts everywhere.
Your views on the pith helmet kind of remind me of a character from a book I read. It's called, his name was Zorba. I think it's, I don't know if you've read
Zorba the Greek?
Zorba the Greek. Have you read it?
Yes!
Fucking, that's actually incredibly awesome. I don't even, when did you ever read anything by Kazantzakis? Like, when did
I found it in a library in fucking middle school, and I just never returned it.
I actually didn't know that. That's incredibly awesome.
I took it because I was like, Zorba the Greek. Well, anyone's named after their own nationality must be a badass.
What was
I just took it, I stuck it in my fucking shirt and walked out of the library. They never even knew.
He's like the greatest anti-hero because
I know.
But he's like the stoic ageless philosopher, but he's also kind of an idiot. So it's fun. It's a good ride.
Yeah, I know. He's like, yes. You should attack people on the top of the mountain. You will have the cover of all the brush you're climbing over. And it's like the guys on the top going, "You fucking idiot! What the fuck are they doing?"
I like the idea that like the partway through the book, like he's just kind of like I'm inventive enough to want to devise a different system of pulleys and
yeah, but it's like I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but I don't actually want to work out the math because numbers hurt.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's an anti-hero in my sense because like, he rebels against math, but he's also like he's also wise.
He knows the math, but he doesn't want to do it because he's a lazy fucker, and B, he's not going to make any money off of it.
He's not even a lazy fucker. Like he gets down to business when there's
when it's like most important. But the problem is when it's not important and people could actually benefit from him doing shit. He kind of just sits back and goes,
"That's exactly
Greek liquor, woo!"
What did there's a quote. What did you?
It's all good.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, like, I think I don't think that's exactly right. I don't know if you, like, how long it's been since you read the book. Clearly, a while.
Yeah, a while. I took it out of middle school and just disappeared for, like, a month. God knows only where.
Why is that actually someone is parallel to the actual storyline of the book? But I mean, he wasn't a lazy man, though. Like, he was a workaholic, actually. But, like, when he partied hard, though. Like, he was a ladies' man, right?
Oh, yeah, he's like, hey, I got vodka. You want to fuck me?
There was
some kind of Greek liquor. I don't know much about the Greeks.
He quotes a philosopher from Abdurrahman, and I think one of the quotes is something like a road without an inn is a tireless journey or something like that. But it's basically like a life without fun is
it's almost like the saying that the road to nowhere. Like fucking just an endless journey of fucking just like.
Did you say road or did you say bro?
Road. Road to nowhere.
Okay.
The Tomb of the Lost.
To wake up in Malibu would be.
It would be a fucked up thing because you'd be like, oh God, there's coconuts everywhere. Save me.
Well, like it'd be a fucked up thing because it was like, oh, I'm in Malibu now. Why am I in Malibu? And then the Guido factor would come into play.
Ah, fucking Guidos. Jersey Shore before the Guidos was a nice place, but now it reminds me of the jungle of LA, and I don't know if you know what the jungle of LA is.
Yeah, I don't know the term exactly, but
slums.
The slums of LA.
The slums of LA. That's what they mean by welcome to the jungle and Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, all you have to do is say this LA basically.
The jungles of LA.
A lot of LA is the slums, but. I think the ceiling is about to collapse, so...
let's keep continuing, because we have to finish this, damn it!
Well, this has become kind of like a final will and testament, and apparently we've got 30 seconds left, so in this last 30 seconds...
We shall share a drink, or up you off.
I've actually got out... Okay, I guess I'm drinking more now.
Cheers?
Cheers.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
It's good having an interview with you.
Thank you, Ray.
We will have to do this again about talking about whatever the fuck that comes to mind and how it relates to whatever the fuck we were talking to.
Yeah, better planned. I feel like we didn't cover enough topics, but then again, I'm just glad we talked about the pith helmet. How many seconds do we have, by the way? Just give me a few.
5, 10.
Okay, so we got.
So anyways, Stoli. How is it so far? Just out of a
It's
review.
absolutely delicious. And
Compared to your Crystal Head, which I never got to taste.
it's lesser than the